Hello. What is that? Oh, there's my my light there in the way. Let's move that a little bit. It's me. Late, damn. I'm here. I'm here. I made it on time today. One moment. Yeah. Hello. 1 minute? Oh, okay. Come on. It's better than half an hour like we were yesterday. So, for today, I will, first of all, I don't think I'll be doing a 24-hour stream to try to finish before 500. Don't think that's the plan. But I will try to make as much progress as possible. What up? Not much. How about you, Gavin? But yeah, I think bare minimum, let's try to get both the arm weapons done today. And see if we can maybe get a start on the leg plating. I know that, make sure my fan's on today. I have got, yep, it's all set up. I got my cameras plugged in and charging. The air conditioner is on. We should be okay. Hopefully. But I'm sure I'll find something else to do that'll bring everything else to a standstill. Boo, no 24-hour stream. I lack the stamina for that shit. That is crazy. Got your Biovore base coated and flesh done. Also got the base done and made cool clay eggs look cool. Nice. Hey. So, what are we going to need? I'm gonna need my silver. I think I want to do some edge highlights on these bits, just sort of like along the top edges of these, help them pop a little bit. So I'll need to get my Palador Sky is what I used initially, so we can probably highlight it with Thousand Suns Blue. Anything else I'm missing? I think that's the majority of bits that I need. Oh, I left my one of my pallets in the next room. I will be right back. Alright. Don't make 24-year-olds like they used to. Look, I'm a tired boy. I get exhausted very easily. I'm a professional snoozer. Hey, hi, hello, hello. Started painting your knight today. Nice. Remind me, what knight are you doing, Technic? Is it a Questoris? Or is it one of the smaller ones, one of the armigers? Or did you go bigger? 24-hour stream would be useless. Entire audience is nothing but nocturnal deviants. Yeah, true. I feel like the 24-hour stream would be good for like 6 to 7 hours, and then I would be alone for the rest of it. They don't make 24-year-olds that stream for 24 hours anymore. You're doing Questoris for now? Awesome. Okay, for this, just trying to remember where we were at. I think I was going to do skulls in Hashed Copper here. And then I was going to also pick out some of these details, these metallic bits as well. Okay, cool. I think I have an idea of what I want to do. Skeleton's mostly done. You're completely lost for the armor panels, though. The armor panels are tough. I was like, initially I was like, all right, I'm just gonna play it by ear. I'm gonna figure it out as I go. And then I was like staring at them like, what the fuck am I meant to do here? Back when you were 24, you did a 48-hour live stream, didn't even have the internet. That's pretty impressive. Where's the focus? There it is. Cool. Oh yeah, by the way, the price of me getting up on time today is I am sick again. I don't know why it happens like that, but when I get up too early, I'm spontaneously unwell. Hang on, I need to readjust setup. Okay. Oh man. Good trade-off? Sure. If you say so. Yo, hey Jesus. You lurking in the background for a bit? No worries, mate. You do you. Still painting my toys. I'm still painting my toys. I'm really hoping that I'm gonna get to the end and it's not just gonna look like shit. I don't think that'll be the case, but it's like when you put this much time into something, it's like, you just still like, oh, it's not even gonna be worth it at the end. Now I'm gonna have to like go through and do some adjustments here and there just to make it look nice. Like these pipes are gonna be too shiny, so I'm gonna need to add some scuffs onto these bits here and there. I'm gonna dab some scuffs onto that black. No, I'm gonna, well, for this section here isn't going to be black. I'm probably going to do that in metallic. I'm probably gonna go lead belcher and then gold for the heat sinks. And then get some washes onto it to help break it up. Gold would make a terrible heat sink. It'd soften and bend like clay. I don't know if it'd be literal gold, but something gold colored. Used a sponge for the first time. Sponging is a lot of fun. Hey Francois, how you going? Didn't I paint this model yesterday? I painted this model on many days, Mac. This is I'm always painting this model. I am never not painting this model. Save the real gold for the lion. The lion is a little way in the future still. Yeah, I don't think we'll be seeing him for a while. It's Zinchi gold, exactly. You get to paint the line for a commission and you're stoked. And it's so cool how many commissions you get. Really living it out. You're getting, like, just raking in those commissions. Probably, yeah, it'd just be really cool. You could accomplish it with a, with a combination of brass and stainless steel IRL, and Grimdark would probably involve baby's blood. Well, I mean, this guy is a Freeblade. Who's to say what he's done to get his finishes? Yes, you gotta do something with all those spare orphans. Yeah, come on, you don't want to waste them. You guess there were just enough people around you that needed stuff painted? Yeah, I mean, whatever the factor is, it's cool that you've got that sort of that avenue open to you. It's really neat. No Gene Stealer Knight. Not as we stand, Tiki. I think the current plan is that my knights are going to be a bunch of Freeblades that may or may not be associated with each of the Chaos Gods. I feel like that's kind of that's pretty funny. So it's just like they'd rock up on world, and they wouldn't be immediately identifiable as Chaos Corrupted, because they look pretty chilled. Their heraldry would betray them. Send your stuff to paint. I personally have got enough stuff to paint as is from my own stuff. Knights plural saucy. Tiki, did you? You might have missed it, but I have too many now. I have too many. I may or may not have 2,000 points worth, which is not good for my bank account. But we live with our mistakes. Your Great Power massively increased in size. You have half the Scaventide, the Major Mini Wraiths, and Major Sigma models. Yeah, I've got a similar issue going here. I think I have too many knights. It's heresy. It's the truth, though. It's the truth. I've got so many. Not one Domino Knight. Look, I'm not. I just. None of the packs that I was getting for them had Dominus Knights, and when I got this first one, it was like I was choosing between the Questoris and the Dominus, and the Questoris had more space to do heraldry and shit. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll go with the Questoris. $2K is a low amount. 2K is not a low amount, you freak. Don't try to gaslight me with that. Your painting needs faster. The problem is you're buying at about the same speed. Yeah, I have not got the issue of... Well, sorry, it's not even an issue. I don't paint quickly. I only buy quickly. Phaler Dominus is pretty goofy looking. I mean, he just looks like a Questoris, but with more weapons. No, he won't accept this Dominus slander. I mean, he's just a big Questoris. Am I getting new miniatures next year? Yeah, I'll probably get new minis next year. Hopefully not early in the year, but look, sometimes shit happens. Your way of accepting all the models uh, is that you bought next year's models early. I see. Don't use the equivalent of a junkie that breaks about how much, or that brags about how much smack he bangs into his arm every day. He does have a lot of minis, but I can't really criticize him because I'm the same, if not worse. The next 12 months of saving cash. Hopefully. That would be wonderful. But, as Technic just said, next year they're dropping the new Eldar. I'm not as interested in the Emperor's Children, but the Eldar might hurt me. You won't take this from me. That's why I said I'm not in any position to criticize. Dominus is the most grimdark thing. It's a robot with big guns for rocket launchers and turrets. It's the coolest robot ever besides Titan. I don't know. I don't think that adding more guns is all it takes to make something cool. There are some really cool knights that are very, like, laid back in their builds. Like, I feel like the Acheron is really cool. I really like the Acheron and the Lancer. They're sick. New Plastic Eldar, Death Corps of Krieg box set, and Lego Space Marines announced. It's been a pretty eventful week. The Kriegers are not that interesting to me, but the Eldar will be very, very dangerous. Why do you open the stream in the first words you hear? Emperor's Children. Look, we're not on the Slaanesh bandwagon just yet. The Slaanesh train hasn't started yet. We're talking about how dangerous the mini releases next year are going to be. The Emperor's Children probably smell bad. They might smell bad, but they will have you know that they smell fucking amazing. Unlike the Death Guard, who will smell bad, and they know they smell bad, they just don't care. The gaslighting didn't work? No, I'm immune to that shit. I am a professional gaslighter. We need more Catan. The Thousand Suns would make you smell bad. Yeah, the Thousand Suns would make you smell bad. They would just be like... They just cast the stinky spell. But Lego Space Marines, I have never been a Lego person. Thank fuck. Because otherwise I would have been broke all through my childhood as well, at like before I even started getting into Warhammer. Like, I feel like going from being a Lego kid into a Warhammer guy would be like that's like homeless speedrun. They have to do the final fight between Horus and the Emperor. Who knows? They don't like to do the big important things though, because then that means that they commit to something. It sucks. Liking Legos and Warhammer is the worst thing to happen to you. You are the living example of it. Natural progression. You work in healthcare and you still barely manage to avoid your addiction. You hate GW prices more than GW hates the Avatar of Kane. Avatar of Kane gets such a bad rap. He's just like... Avatar of Kane and Swarmlord are just like, yeah, the super tough guy who gets killed by Ultramarine that doesn't wear a helmet. Friendly reminder that drugs is a cheaper hobby than Warhammer. Unfortunately true. However, if you have the option of heroin or a Knight Questoris, you spend the equal amounts of money on heroin than you do on the Questoris. You're gonna get more hours of entertainment out of the Questoris than the heroin. To be fair, Swarmlord made Calgar a nugget. Oh, I wasn't aware of that. I did not know that Calgar squared off with the Swarmlord and lost. That's cool. That's awesome. You would say they're cheaper, just more of a one or the other situation. You take both. I would be scared of what would happen to my poor knight if I were to take heroin while I was trying to paint it. Can you play with the heroin? You can use it as a proxy. Just like I don't know what you'd use it as a proxy for, but you could put it on the table. No, you won't drown in your own vomit because of this hobby. Well, that's unless you go for the 24-hour stream. I think a 24-hour stream does put that back on the table. Heroin is a proxy for Eversaw Assassins. True. Surprised the Tyranids haven't fallen to chaos yet. Slanesh is all out overconsumption and the Tyranids only eat. The issue is because the Tyranids project the shadow of the warp, or the shadow in the warp, it's really hard for chaos to do anything when it, like, near the Tyranids. Why'd that make you vomit? I would need a large amount of caffeine to sustain myself for that long, and I feel like I might get to the point where I just collapse from exhaustion regardless, and then my body is just like, get this poison out of me, and then I would just throw up. Mrs. gave you COVID last week. She's been calling her a disciple of Nurgle all week. She now she gets suggestions for t-shirts with my little Nurgling all over them. Stop licking your brushes. Why? I love licking my brushes. It's my favorite pastime. Like, sometimes when I'm bored and I just don't know what to do, like I won't even be painting, I'll just be like, oh, okay, I'm a little bit sad. So I just open up my brush box and I just start licking all of them. It's awesome. You don't do that? If I passed out on stream, you'd paint my stuff for me. I'm wondering about the logistics of that. Don't see how the Tyranids would actually turn to chaos. What do you offer? What do you offer? Essentially a bunch of insects. Yeah, like, the issue is also the Tyranids are diametrically opposed to chaos, because chaos, like, thrives on suffering and stuff, but if the Tyranids eat everybody, then there's no suffering anymore, so chaos would die out. The Tyranids to fall to Chaos, the Hive Mind would have to fall. Yeah, but then, like, the thing is, what would Chaos do with the Tyranids? Because Chaos, like, they can't really afford to win, because the second they win, they lose. Okay. Now, for the... What color do we want the teeth of the chainsaw to be? Need to get the lead belcher out. One sec. Ugh. Bloody metal, teeth, black. Teeth could be cool, actually, like have them be bone. I don't know how well it would fit with this guy's aesthetic, though. But for, like, a Cornite one, teeth could be very cool. Something light blue? Well, because I feel like they'd be metallic still, so I'm just not sure if I'd want to do them in a... like, make them look painted. Because paint wouldn't stay put on the teeth. So we'd be looking at the, essentially the material that they're made of. The belt, at least, that they run on, I'll do in lead belcher, I think. And we can figure out what we want to do for the teeth themselves as we go. Diamond chain on the Pimp Knight. that can be for the Slaneshi one. The Slaneshi one can be the Pimp Knight with the diamond chain. Oh no, what have you done? Why is the first thing you read when you come back Pimp Knight? I don't know, ask Soda Pop. This is going to be a relatively slow process here. Pimp Knight is going to have the diamond chain and the siege gauntlet for pimp slapping. No. The pimp hand. And then paint rings onto the fingers of the pimp hand. Oh man, that'd be so good. Not just paint rings, sculpt rings. I'm thinking maybe for the teeth, it'd be time consuming as hell, but I think it'd look really cool. It'd be to like make them look heated on the fingers, pimp. Sorry I'm late. All good, Noah. Don't need to apologize. You're at Warhammer? Oh, nice. What were you doing over there? You buy anything or just having a look around? Watching some games. Ooh, cool. Emperor, please pray for the soul of this heretic and guide my pimp hand and make it strong, Emperor, so he might learn a heathen's place. Amen. By the throne! You'd play me after Christmas, but I'm in Australia. Look, no, it's not just a matter of me being in Australia. Even if you were in Australia, if you're not in the same city, it is so unrealistic. Like, Australian cities are too far apart. I don't want to know what it's like in Canada, dude. Oh, I don't know, mate. Like, it's, like, we, in Australia, we have the world's most isolated major city in Perth. Thank God I don't live there. Although I do know someone who does live there. Had someone come down from the UK and they said, you had someone come down from the UK and they said that your province was larger than the UK. That's how bad? Well, I mean, that's like, no, if you look at, Australia on a map, I live in the state of Queensland. And it is much larger than the UK as well. It was one of the smaller provinces. Okay, Queensland is one of the larger ones. But I think there's only one state, or there are 2 states in Australia, I would say, that are smaller than the UK. That'd be Victoria and Tasmania. And Tasmania isn't real. Australia is slightly bigger than the lower 48 of the US. Yeah, and no one lives here. Our population is like less than 30 million, I'm pretty sure. Countries larger, Canada or Australia? There's one right answer. Honestly, I'm not sure. They're pretty similar, no? Australia and Canada overall are pretty similar in size, aren't they? I would think that Australia is slightly larger, but I could be wrong. You have about 40 million people in Canada. Yeah, Australia is very low population. Nuh-uh. Okay. Canada's larger, I see. So, when New Night? New Night will probably be a little while. because I have a feeling that after this stream or the next, we will be hitting 500 subs, at which point Magnus will be on the table. One Canada, 2 US, 3 Australia. What's this, country size in terms of square kilometers? Is that just, yeah, country size based on area? Russia's the largest, Canada the second, US the third. I see. Definitely gonna have to get a new knight set for the monster we just created. There's the Pimp Knight. UK, Australia, UK, and Canada will mog the world. True. Stop. The knight stayed and subbed for the chill vibes and access. Cool. Thanks, mate. Hope you enjoy your stay. The vibes do sometimes get a little bit rancid in here. There are a few freaks in the chat that tend to derail the conversation, but it is what it is. Nuh-uh. Being Australian is just free subs. The accent is a cheat code. Surely not, right? I don't know what is it about the Australian accent? It's like whenever I'm overseas and I'm walking down the road and I hear an Australian, I'm like, oh god. Like it makes me want to hide. I will like actively avoid talking when I'm near someone that I have them pinned when I have someone pinned as Australian. I'm like, fuck, I do not want to let myself be known here. It's like British but better in like every way, and people love the British accent. I see. I think it depends on the British accent. There are definitely British accents that people do not love. Probably in the same way that there are definitely Australian accents that people do not love. like, I don't think that people are like, oh yeah, I fucking love the Australian accent when they hear someone who's like,
oh yeah, mate, I just fucking fell off my bike the other day, and I was looking, you know, there was a fucking crocodile in my down. It'd come up from the fucking Brisbane River, mate.
Like, no one likes that Australian accent. I see the new Deathcore of Krieg set. I haven't. I'm not a huge Imperial Guard guy, so the Krieg has never really super appealed to me. Like, they've got cool lore, but they're not really my kind of guy. They're not like my kind of army. I guess like Deathcore are Imperial Guard, but better because you don't have to paint faces. The accent of the legendary Sir David Attenborough. I mean, that is the top tier English accent. That goes so hard. Bogans are funny. The Kiwis were popularized by Sassy the Sasquatch. No, surely it wasn't Sassy that made the New Zealand accent, like, popular. They expect a similar voice like Sniper from TF2, but the Sniper is from New Zealand. The Sniper's not Australian. Love the New Zealand accent, by the way. It's funny as fuck. It's just the Australian accent, but they say everything wrong. Want to know what I should do for 600 subs? Gilliman, I'm not a blueberry boy. I don't like the blueberry boys. They're boring. Yeah, I'm a professional ultramarine hater. I don't hate them. They're just kind of, eh. It's like, you know how whenever someone like tells you to do something, you're like, I don't want to do that. So when someone's nagging you for things, you're like, I really don't want to do that. That's like my attitude towards ultramarines. It's like GW push the ultramarines so hard, I'm like actively resisting them. Picture Katakan guardsmen having Aussie accents. I like the diversity of the guardsmen. That is one thing that, like, I'm not a huge guardsman guy, but that is one thing I will put towards it is you get so much range and like all the different regiments and different home worlds and stuff. The Lion. The Lion, I've said this many times before. I want to paint the Lion at some point, but he scares me. I cannot do him justice. Professional Ultramarine hater. Yeah, I'm a professional Ultramarine and Space Wolf hater. If GW wants me to like them, I will not like them. He's born in New Zealand, raised in Australia. Is that this the Sniper? Is that his story? Because I'm not a... I never actually played TF2. I know the stuff about it. I never played it. Because I was always playing, like... I grew up playing RTSs and stuff. So I never really got into TF2. My guy said Catachan. Look, I don't know. Is it Catachan? I don't know. I've never heard these things being said. I just see like Catachan doesn't seem like it would be the right sort of. I don't know. It doesn't sound right. Doesn't feel right. Doesn't roll off the tongue. You know. I guess it's not the tongue. It's the palate. I can't run from the lion forever. He will get you. I can hide as long as I can. Until he forest walks into my room, I am not painting that guy. New Zealand exploded in the TF2 comics, and he was rocketed towards Australia. That's crazy. Okay, I was not aware. Like the whole of New Zealand just exploded. The The TF2 lore is, he goes further than I was expecting. I don't know what I expected from TF2 lore, honestly. Okay, so, for the chain blade, I was thinking what I could do is try to make it look like it's heated. So I don't know if I'd, like, if we could go orange or red, blend it in from the tips. Or we go the other way. Would the heat be most present the heat would be most present near the base, no? And then it'd dissipate out towards the tips. So it'd be orange near the base and then blend it out towards the tips where it's cooling. While that dries, I'll think about it, but I feel like that would be what we'd want to do. Heat will be focused on the tips where all the friction is happening. Oh, okay. That makes sense. But like, because what I was thinking was more for like if the blade itself was being like heated by an element, then it'd be heating from the base and cooling near the tips. Which knight variant is this? This is an errant. So it's a Questoris that's being built as an errant. We are at the moment going to, or at the moment we've done everything on the top half of the model, and we've done the whole skeleton. Once I finish with what I've got on the brush here, I'll show you what we've got so far. If heat's coming from within, then yes, it'd be at the base of the teeth unless they're used on something. At that point, the tips would heat up too. Yeah, maybe we'll do the just the tips being heated. Is that'd just be easier for me to access? Okay. So, let's get the focus down here. Nice, you only got a couple of armages, but the Questoros is calling to you and your wallet. Yeah, this was the first knight that I got because I wanted to get something that had a lot of space to work on heraldry and stuff. Like I've got the skeleton is mostly done. Well, the skeleton's pretty much done. Where there's the legs there. I haven't done any of the plating for the legs themselves, so that's yet to be painted. So there's plates there, and then there's smaller ones that'll go there. And there'll be a flag that hangs down below here, and then I need to do that. So that's what needs to be done for the legs. But then for the top half, we've got this, where we've got the chest is done. There's the tilt shield somewhere here, which goes there. I'm pretty happy with how it's come along. The face is magnetized on there, but I think I just always leave the face on. And spent a long time doing the heraldry on the top there. Too long, in fact. I'm not proud of that. Took a very long time to get that done. And then we've got our shoulder pads, which go there. And I'm very happy with how the shoulders have come along. But yeah, this has been a very long time in the making. But yeah, it's nice that it's taking shape. Like I think the hardest part was the top of the knight, and now that we're finally getting onto the weapons, I think progress should speed up. Oh yeah, and then I've also got the base here, which was a lot of fun to do. And once I'm gonna need to do some OSL on the legs of the knight once we stand it on the base. But yeah, it's taken a very long time to get to this point. Where's Steve? He's up there somewhere. He's yet to be operated on. The thing is, I don't know if we'll end up going through with Steve, since we've decided this is now a quote-unquote Freeblade. Because Steve was initially part of the plan where he's getting jumped by the Zangors, but he won't be getting jumped by the Zangors anymore. Oh, I've got my chair at just slightly the wrong height, so my shoulders are getting quite stiff. So I need to like sit up straighter and change my angle so that I'm not ruining my back. You mean you don't hunch over your minis like a gargoyle? I did for the longest time, and every time I'd finish a painting session, I would like sit up straight and my spine would just click from bottom to top, and my shoulders would be stiff as hell. I've decided that is not the way to go long term. I do not want to get to 30 and just be the hunchback. Yeah, because I'm quite unfit as well. So for me, I'm like doing everything. I'm very conscious about my posture because I don't exercise as much as I should. I am what people call skinny fat. So yeah, I do my best to at least keep good posture. Do I paint/build anything that isn't Warhammer because you like historical miniatures? No, unfortunately not. Yeah, my gateway to the hobby was Warhammer. That was the main reason I got into it. So everything I do is just Warhammer. Yeah, I don't know if I'd ever get into painting things outside of Warhammer. Yeah, just because I've got such a massive backlog of Warhammer minis as it is. And yeah, the lore of Warhammer is like the coolest shit to me. Yeah, I know that there's similar sized YouTuber Tiki the Hut. He's often in the chat here. He paints Conflict 42, I think that's what it's called, which is semi-historical. It's like historical fantasy kind of thing. It's like Second World War fantasy hybrid, which is quite cool. So that's more in that sort of range. You could check him out. He does some pretty cool stuff. Yeah, he usually streams in like late at night, US time on the weekends. accidentally got a blob of paint on the red there, so as soon as I get this painted smooth, I'll quickly see if I can clean that up. Hopefully before it dries. Just gotta hurry along here a little bit. I don't like doing, but I don't want to waste the paint on the brush at the moment. Okay, that should be fine. Let's see if we can clean this up. Oh, that should be good. Man, I really thought that I would be finished with this this arm a lot sooner than I am going to be. Like, I thought that this arm would be relatively quick and then I'd be able to get right onto the other arm and spend most of this stream working on the melter gun. But that is really not the case here. There's so many little details that I keep seeing. I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta paint this one a different color. Okay, I gotta do this one now. And I just keep giving myself more work. But it'll be worth it. It's like, it's a knight. You gotta do it justice. It's an army of named characters. Hey, where are we? I think that should be good for lead belcher as it stands. I think I'll get to 500 before the year ends? I do think so. The way this, like, I tend to get anywhere between 2 and 5. Like, I tend to get like 2 to 5 subs per stream. It depends on what I'm painting. But I will most likely get to 500 before the end of the year. Like, I will probably be getting it this week. I would imagine so. You never know, though. Sometimes it's just the regulars showing up. But yeah, like YouTube is a fickle being. Get a bit more of this on the wet palette. Actually, I say a bit more. I haven't put any of this on the wet palette yet. We'll just do some of our gold sections. Conceive, believe, achieve. I haven't heard that one before. I like it though. Okay, Screamer Killer lower half fully highlighted. So you're getting there slowly, Sanju. Do I play the tabletop as well? Not as of yet, although I do now own 2,000 points worth of knights, so I am able to play the tabletop. Well, I will be once I've painted them. And a friend of mine, his brother and one of his friends both play the tabletop, so I might see if I can slide in on that. And then I'll just have to work out how I'm going to transport my army of knights. Horribly shaped back, so that's going to be fun to highlight now. What is the back? Hang on. I'm interested now. This does look like a nightmare to edge highlight. Yeah, fuck that. To be fair, only the second day of painting the Screamer, so not bad. Okay, yeah, I forgot. You paint, like, at warp speed. I'm so jealous. Why can I not paint as quickly as you? You know what edge highlighting? You're doing feather highlights, whatever the fuck it's called? Right. Warp speed, your Leviathan Dread took like a month. Sanju, how long do you think I've been painting this knight for? How long? It's been a while. That is the answer. Longer than it should have taken. You're stuck on your wolf card Terminators forever, so many trinkets and little details. Yeah, I have a very bad problem where I see if there is a bit on the model I see that is molded slightly different from the bits around it, like a bit where it steps up or steps in, I'm like, ooh, okay, this means that they want it to be painted in a different color, right? And so I just I spend way too much time picking out every little detail I see. Like, I cannot bring myself to ignore them. Your eliminators are still on your desk. Those poor bastards, whenever you start painting them, you look at a cool Tyranid model, you have to be painted and before you know it, you're painting Tyranids. Yeah, for me, I can't afford to get distracted. I say that, I've been distracted several times. I've gone on so many tangents to avoid working on this bloody night. Like painting the rat ogres from Scaventide, building a bunch of other units. I've been like actively avoiding this guy. And it's coming back to bite me now because I've promised that I'm gonna paint Magnus when I get to 500, and I haven't even finished the 300 sub night yet. Oh, it was a 300 or 400? Maybe it was 400. No, it must have been 300 subs, right? I've been working on this for too long. You think it was 300? Yeah, it's bad. It's taken so long. Been a very good learning experience though. At 1,000,000 subs, we'll do a Titan, right? The sad truth is, it might be at 10,000 subs, which is a lot closer. I really should have said 1,000,000. Seeing the Biovore cost a total of £5 less than a Tyrannofex is insane. The only thing that'll distract me on stream is the tap on Games Workshop on my computer. The the Christmas box shopping stream was not my brightest moment. Not my proudest moment at all. Shopping streams, I should say, because it happened twice. Wouldn't it be easy to paint them before I put them together? And if not, what are the advantages? Depends on what you're painting. For really big things, it's generally easier to paint before, like prior to assembling everything, which is what I'm doing with the knight here. I've got the different parts assembled, and then I'm gonna put it together after the fact. But for a smaller mini, you're better off just putting it together and then painting it as is. Doing painted bits is asking for spills. Yeah, the yeah, like you will get a stronger bond if you're gluing plastic to plastic. I could paint that on a Christmas night. Yeah, where was? Oh, okay. I was confused because there was one less rivet on one side. But yeah, imagine painting like just on Christmas, just streaming and painting minis rather than hanging out with the family. The dream. Subassembly is great for things that cover shit up. Yeah, that's like the main thing, the main appeal of painting before you assemble is for bits that are really awkward to reach when it's fully assembled. That's the primary reason you would do it. Here's a tip: start painting. True. The sooner you get started, the sooner you'll learn new things. Don't feel like you need to learn everything before you start, because otherwise you'll never start. Because you're never going to know everything. Such a good point. Your redemption dread sat in the box for months because you didn't think you had the skill set yet. Yeah, I think that one of the biggest things that's helped me progress with painting has just been streaming, because it's like I'm being held to account. I have to paint. Like, I've scheduled that I'm going to paint at this time. That means I have to get up and paint because there are people here that like wanting to hang out. So I have to do it. Yeah, so I think that just finding a reason to sit down and just work on painting, even if you don't think you're going to be good at it, that's the only way you're going to get better. Because you can watch hours on hours of videos, but if you don't actually pick up the brush, you're not going to be able to do what you saw in the videos. Because you can know what to do in theory, but it's about getting the physical muscle memory and control to actually do it. That was like a big thing for me. I think it's applicable for all sorts of things. Redemptor, sorry, yeah. I didn't question you because I know fuck all about dreadnoughts. This is an established thing on this channel, which is people can just make up names for a dreadnought and I will believe them. They all sound the same to me. But yeah, like that was a big thing for me even outside of painting. I think that that sort of mindset is really helpful in a lot of places. Like for when I was first getting into D&D, all of my friends wanted to play D&D, but no one had ever DM'd before. And I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. And we just figured it out as we went, and it was awesome. What's happening, guys? Hey, Silver, how you going, mate? And yeah, I guess like another thing as well is like, you doing okay? Nice. But yeah, like another thing for me recently as well is like I've been really interested in learning 3D modeling and stuff, and I've been like watching videos on Blender for ages, and I'm like, oh, that's really cool. And then recently I was like, fuck it, no, I'm actually going to do it. And now I'm actually working on using Blender and stuff, and actually doing the things, because I'd watch like videos on Blender and like they'd like show how they're doing things, and I just immediately forget because I'm not actually doing it. So yeah, it's like, it's really good just actually committing to something, sitting down and doing it. Very rewarding. Your Soulblight Gravelords came in today. Ooh, nice. Are they the what website were they from? Because they're from the, was it the site that was were you getting a free set of minis from somewhere? Is that these guys or? Etsy, you ordered them. Oh, okay. Have I heard of a dreadnought named BB-35? I have not. Is this real or am I being lied to? Whenever it is a dreadnought that I am not familiar with, I am immediately suspicious now. It's the only dreadnought that the American military has, and it's been around since World War II. Is this dreadnought as in, is it like a ship or something? That's a ship, right, yeah. USS Texas. Is that the same ship or is that a different ship? Okay, we're making good progress on this one. So all that's left now will, for this arm at least, will be these details on the pipes. There. And then we'll do some edge highlights on the blue and red on the back here. And then maybe some Agrax Earthshade on here just to oil up the area where the chain is. Had I plan on painting the other night? I saw. You saw two, but did I buy the Christmas Night box as well? I did. I bought a lot of boxes of Knights. So Silver, the plan is that they're going to be a band of quote-unquote Freeblades, each themed after a different Chaos God. Sorry, nodded off. Blame it on your disability and not the riveting content. Look. No, if I have lulled you to sleep in my stream, I'm doing my job. This is not meant to be a high octane experience. You're realizing now you took the lazy route when you didn't paint your armor, just rivets a different color. Look, it's... I don't blame you. It is very painfully slow painting the rivets. Like, hang on. Like, with the top panel here, this shit was slow. Like, I don't blame you for skipping that. Yeah, I am just OCD as hell, so it's like I see them and I'm like, ooh, they're molded. That means they need to be painted. Yes, that's my boy. We have drawn you to the dark side. Very excited about that one, Silver. Now, bear in mind, since they're quote-unquote Freeblades, the Nurgle one will not be a disgusting, putrid beast. He'll be subtle. Because he needs to be able to pass as an Imperial Knight. But then, like, the heraldry and the coloring is what would give him away. You're married with the kids on a Tuesday night. If things get any more sedate around here, your heart will stop. It'll only burn when he pees. Exactly. Cheers, bro. How you going, shot caller? Oh, the pain. You need to have something that started to mutate on him. Maybe. It'd have to be subtle, though. You smell heresy in this chat. Look, we have nothing but heretics in here. This chat is made up entirely of Nurgle worshippers, Slanesh worshippers, Khorne worshippers. Like if I'm building minis, everyone turns into a Khorne worshipper, and Gene Stealer cultists. We literally only have heretics in here. You're new here, new to painting, just did your starter Space Marine set, thinking about doing Ultramarine Terminators next. Any advice? Oh, nice. Advice, it's pretty broad, so nothing in particular I can give you. I'd say just have fun, enjoy the process. Don't worry too much if it doesn't look exactly how you want it to look, because you can always touch things up. But yeah, I hope, how'd you enjoy your starter set? Don't expect me to do a Nurgle Knight like yours, yeah. Like, I do not have the commitment to make a putrid monstrosity like what you're able to make, Silver. Sweats in Loyalist. Night Lord a-holes, welcome here. Yeah, look, we are accepting of all kinds. Heresy or nothing for you. Forgot the Pimp Knight fanatics and Lion fans. I did forget the Pimp Knight fanatics and Lion fans. The Pimp Knight is gonna be the funniest shit. As long as you're an a-hole, we can deal with the rest. Yeah, being an asshole is the preferred trait, apparently. Love the starter set. You need more colors, though. That's what's holding you back. Yeah, I would say, on that front, actually, advice is you'll feel like you need more colors. Don't buy too many, because I have got, like, when I was first getting into it, I bought so many different colors, and they're, like, a vast majority of them I barely touch. Like, there are certain colors which you will use so much, and then others which you will barely touch. So if you find, like, I reckon if you just get like a good, so like just a red that you really like just like the primary colors that you really like red, blue, yellow, just and then just get like a good black, and preferably not Corax white, because that sucks, but I mean, if you have it, then good luck. Then you can just sort of, you can mix your own paints on the palette there, and not have to worry too much about having to, just not worry too much about having a drawer full of paints that you're never going to use. Because that's the situation that I'm in, is I've got so many different paint colors in my drawer, but I'll just mix up my own lighter purple or darker purple from the one purple that I have. Don't spend $300 on a huge set for your birthday just a couple of weeks ago. Only a jackass would do that. And what might you be referring to there, Aaron? Took you like 7 tries to do Korax White on your shoulders. Yeah. Yeah, Korax White fucking sucks. Citadel cannot do white pigment. That shit is so patchy. It is really difficult to get a smooth finish. And you have over 300 different paints. Yeah, how frequently do you use all the different ones, Silver? Because you might say, oh, I use all of them. I know you have favorites. I know you have favorite paints that you use more than others. It's just how it is. Duly noted and ignored purchases, 2 $300 sets. I mean, you can't help it. It's so cool. Look at all the colors. Yeah, you just tap a vein and acrylic comes out at this point. Yeah, silver is a mini. I refuse to believe anything otherwise. He is just like, he's made of plastic and he bleeds paint. You have favorites, yes, but you use most of them from time to time. From time to time being the important part. But yeah, like the thing for when you're just getting into painting, there will only be like certain paints that you end up using, especially if you're going to be working with ultramarines. If you're looking at specifically just doing ultramarines, then you probably don't need more, like, you probably don't need more than like 8 different paints. You use every one of those paints, even if it's for things that are not advisable. You're going to buy 2 of the Deathcore army boxes. Oh, yeah. We were talking about the Deathcore boxes before, Silver, and I was waiting for you to show up because I had a feeling that you'd be interested in them. We're at 498 subs. No way! Come on! I was hoping we'd at least get another stream in after this. Fuck. Oh man, that means that after this stream, I've got some other things that I need to work on so that we can, so that I can release it for 500. But man, okay, this has come up fast. I'm nowhere even close to finishing the night. Damn it. 300 sub goal, not 200 subs later, and we haven't even finished it, and we're about to start working on our 500 sub goal as well. You'll be 499. Damn you, JJ. What am I painting? It looks like a Titan arm or something. Yeah, it's the arm of an Imperial Knight. One sec. I'll just finish up with what paint I have on the brush here. Might get to watch me be an absolute failure in real time. And I-500. You guys just waiting in the wings here to disgrace me? This is fucked up. Oh my... Did we just... Hang... Come on. I wanted to at least finish this arm before 500. You can't do me dirty like this. Oh man, okay. Yeah. Shot caller, I'll finish with the paint that I have on the brush right now, and I'll show you what we've been working on. Hot Tub Magnus, let's go. Yeah, well, that's, Francois, every stream is a hot tub stream. But, that decides that next stream we will build Magnus. Or at least start building him. Which I'm complaining. I've been looking forward to painting this mini for a very long time. Should I unsub? You also want to see it done? No, it's fine. Please don't leave, don't leave. Kid, because we care about ourselves. Like, I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy. And yeah, I have an excuse to paint Magnus now because I was like, since 300 subscribers, I'm pretty sure I've been like throwing him in polls periodically, being like, hey guys, what big mini should I paint next? And you guys kept throwing out like the knight, let's do the knight. And I was like, fuck, I just wanted to do Magnus. But then I set him as the 500 sub goal so that I would get to paint him no matter what you guys wanted. Told you conceivably achievable painting a knight in no time, or Titan in no time. The Titan I fear. I am scared of 10k subs. The Titan is going to break me. Oh right, yeah, sorry, I was gonna show the whole knight. Okay, so yeah. Because this is the right arm. It's like that. We've got the legs, which are not fully paneled yet. So we've got the skeleton is done, but we haven't done the panels. Titans should be fine with an airbrush. True, I could just airbrush most of that guy. And then we've got the body of the knight. Hang on, let's get this back in focus. There we are. I'll just move the legs out of the way. I'm gonna do something about that insignia, because that insignia is disgusting. I'll need to repaint that. Praise you heathens, we hit 500 before we finished the arm. It's fucked up. Well. And then there's a shield that goes here. I might put an emblem on that, we'll see. And then we've got the shoulders there. Honestly, that paintwork looks clean as hell. Do amazing work. Thank you. This was my my first time doing a lot of freehanding, so it was a lot of fun. It was painful, but we got there. At 1,000 subs, we paint those weird lewd Tyranids off Etsy. I don't think I'll be doing that. What was we did have a 1,000 sub goal, didn't we? I don't remember what it was, but yeah, I don't remember what the 1,000 sub goal was. So I'm ready to get fully gaslighted into doing something that I wasn't planning on doing. Oh, it was the drinking stream, right? I'm scared of that. Oh, wasn't it the drinking stream where we make where we paint like blood letters and make like we make a monument to Nubmaker? Was that it? I'm like, I'm carving shit while I'm drunk, so I'm gonna just bleed everywhere. It was a drunken titan. It was not a drunken titan, Francois. Do not lie to me like that. I know that that was not it. I don't remember what it was, but I remember it expressly wasn't that. Glad you could see it. Here's to 500 full streaming guy for expensive hobby and hopefully to another 500 soon. Yeah, no, thank you guys. It's really cool that you guys come here frequently just to hang out and talk. It's a lot of fun. Helps me with my painting as well. Drunken Warlord Titan stream. 10k was a Warhound, of course. So we do the Warlord first and then the Warhound later. I see. 500 heretics is no small thing. Warband soon. True. I don't know if we'd be able to find a uniting factor for our warband though. We've got a lot of people with different beliefs. An Aussie that's afraid to drink. You mean that Crocodile Dundee isn't an accurate representation of or accurate depiction of my people? I wouldn't say so. Crocodile Dundee is amusing. I don't think he's an accurate representation. Although drinking culture is very, very big over here. What's my favorite night house? I am not super into a lot of the different night houses. I like, is it the House Orlac? The purple one? They're cool. But I wasn't they didn't grab me enough for me to want to do their night house, so I'm doing a bunch of quote-unquote Freeblades instead. Orlac mentioned, you wonder who told me about them? Look, they're cool. I'll take it. Like they are very cool. It's a nice scheme. You do quote-unquote Freeblades as well. By that, do you also mean Chaos Knights that are made with the Imperial Knight models and you can run as Imperial Knights if you want to? Your beloved still not done any more work on your big boy Orlac. What was your big one? Is it a Questoris? Already looks nice in the examples you found online. People keep adding white for some reason, ruining this game. Yeah, I am I don't know why people go out of their way to add white to color schemes. Like, painting in white is so painful. I don't know why people do it. It's a Dominus. Ooh, okay, it is a big boy. You're just getting started, more of an Imperial fan? Yeah, I mean, I like the Imperial Knights, but I like the color schemes that you get from doing your own shit, and I like Chaos-inspired shit. So these guys are Imperial Knights, they will play as Imperial Knights, but they are not that loyal. just bought a waist extender because you're curious, but you don't like the lanky look when waist extenders are used. You're gonna add cables around the midsection to make it wider. I see. Yeah, I'm not too... I haven't seen a lot in the way of add-ons for the different models, so I don't really... I can't think of what that would look like. That's actually more or less your plan. Yeah, well, I mean, Nugget, you're currently watching the... like, I'm currently doing my Zinch themed one. This one's it's being painted with a mixture of the pre-heresy and post-heresy Thousand Suns colors. So it's like it's a Knight of Prospero. And so then I guess I'm gonna, for my other knights, I'm gonna do similar things where I'll have a look at pre-heresy world eaters and then post-heresy world eaters and do similar stuff. It'll be fun. Thinking about painting a red question mark on the Aquila. Yeah, for me, I like scraped the Aquila off because I initially put the Aquila on and then I was like, hang on, and I scraped it off and then I made my own like weird one. But I will need to modify it a little bit to make it look less disgusting. Because being a resident of Prospero brings such good luck. Yeah, like... of course. They got, like, the happiest ending of all, didn't they? You're out. Alien Romulus is on, so you'll see you all later. Righto. I'll catch you later, Silver. Have fun. Just don't play against Space Wolves players and you'll be good. Yeah, well, actually, it'd be more don't try and play with Space Wolves players on my team. Because otherwise I might get backstabbed. Okay, I think we're almost there now. Just a couple more metallic details here and there, and then we'll do some highlights. And then get some wash on this. Although I might save the wash until I've done all of the layering, like for the whole model, and then I'll do my washes on everything, like in sequence. I think this is all of our basic details done for that weapon. Yeah, I think that's all of our base colors done for this arm. I'm happy with this. yeah, again, we'll come back through and we'll add some extra stuff at the very end for like final touches. So things like maybe heat up the tips of the teeth. We'll do things like Agrax Earthshade along the bottom of the blade to make it sort of oily. We'll do some edge highlights. We'll do some Nuln oil on the metallics to darken them up. But overall, it's looking pretty good. So we'll put this one in his shoulder. Yeah, look at that. I'm happy with that. That's cool. So now we can do the other arm. Cool. Alright, so this one is a twin melter cannon. We can do something with the shield here. So the shield, we can do some emblems on there. I don't know if we probably won't go overboard on them. But I think we'll probably want to go blue on the shield because we've got a lot of red on the, well, actually, maybe we'll go red on the shield and then we'll go for more blue primary colors on his legs. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Because we want to have more red in the middle of his body in any case. Sure. We'll figure it out as we go. Shouldn't the emblems go on the backside if he's a deceiver? Yeah. But that would be painful and hard to see, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just wondering if I should do any patterning for the front here. There isn't a lot of surface area, so it might be hard to do patterns and it might look really cluttered. So I'll do it all flat red first, and then we'll figure out if we want to do anything more afterwards. We will need a few coats because it's going over quite a dark base color. So the it's not going to cover too smoothly at first. This painful part sounds like interesting content. We're already like behind on the schedule though, Aaron. We need to finish this at some point. Pain builds character. Yeah, this is all for character growth. But no, I'm not painting the emblems on the back. I'm not letting myself be talked into this.
I'm putting my foot down. I won't do it.
the end stage of a big mini. Is this you with your Carnifex, or are you suggesting that I'm at the end stage of my Knight? Because that is not the case, if so. Exponentially more annoyed, but damn, is it worth it? Yeah, it's so good when you get to the end and it's like, fuck yes! He's starting his villain arc. Who's to say I haven't been on my villain arc for a while? Me? I am not at the end stages of this mini. This mini is going to be going for years to come. Finish one piece, then start another. Just accept that I'm going to die with a paintbrush in my hand. It'll become much easier. It's funny, there's a Risk streamer you follow who does that same impression. Well, he does the Patrick Warburton voice there.
Hey, Peter, I'm not gonna paint on the back of this emblem, okay? Like, all the emblems, they go on the front.
Your Screamer Killer's been pretty nice. Only got some highlighting and then your claws and you're done. The Biovore's mostly done too, just need some highlighting. Putting me to shame, mate. Every time you give an update on your damn minis. Don't let me finish my night before you. Look, I'm slow, I'm sorry. You finish all of One Piece before he finishes his night. What is this slander? Just interesting that we both do the same impression. I mean, it's a great voice. That "Hey Peter" was a mental flashbang. Well, that's because the "Hey Peter" is how I find the voice. That's like the best way to center. It's like I know exactly how it's meant to sound. So if I do that, then I can like set myself up to continue doing the impression. It needs to take like 40 minutes to do the flesh on the big guys and a couple of hours to do the highlighting. That's an hour or so, or then an hour or so for details. Yeah, but I mean, still, it... I mean, like, you say that, but when I was doing my Tyranids, I was taking a long time as well. Not for my my Termagants, I sped through them, but they were slap chops, so it was easy. But for my Neurotyrant, that guy took me a long time. Question, do 40k minis fit together like Lego, or do you have to glue them together? There are some that click together, but most of them you have to glue them. And even the ones that click together, it's still recommended that you glue them. Any other impressions I'm good at? I mean, I think I've got a pretty fire golem, but at the same time, I don't know if I want to do that on stream. I think that'd destroy what little... like, I feel like that'd destroy any image that I've managed to build up for myself. Like, I was doing so many jobs at one time at a point. I think he violated the laws of space-time. Yeah, Patrick Warburton is everywhere. Like, you hear his voice, and it's just so iconic. The Human Flesh is just spray black, Slapshot with Flesh Terrors red, Dry Brush Mephiston, then Evil Suns wash with Crimson. Yeah, I mean, but I would find a way to make that take so much longer than it needs to take. I haven't used contrast paints for so long, you forgot how nice they are. It is really nice using contrast, except when you fuck up and then it's like, oh, I've got this, like this crappy bit that I'm gonna need to go all the way, like go all over and sort of reset it. Forget that I'm amongst heretics. The image is nothing here. Nurgle is in the chat. Nurgle left. Nurgle went to watch Alien Romulus. So we are chilling at the moment. This is hang on. Yeah, this is actually probably as close to loyal as I think this chat is ever going to get. We don't have our Gene Stealer cultist. We don't have our Nurglite. We don't have any Khorne worshippers at the moment. Like it's just Slaanesh. We don't have Commissar either. You're about to close the bag? What do you mean by you're about to close the bag? Me, a Grey Knight player, Nurgleware. Thunderspear, you are... you are in a very dangerous space if you are a Grey Knight player right now. There's nothing but heresy in this stream. You are in the wrong place, my friend. Slaanesh is all you need, baby. No corn stars in chat. I don't like the term corn stars. Can we not do that? Thank you in advance. And Thunderspear, the answer to that question is the Khorne worship only happens when I'm building minis. Because that's when the blade comes out. Hail the Horned Rat. Fuck yes! Yo! Rare Horned Rat mention. Let's go. Look, I'm not a Warhammer Fantasy guy, but the Skaven are my boys. Yes, yes. What about calling this place the Cornhole? No thanks, please. But it makes them angry, and then they run headlong into your Force Halberds. I see, that's why you call them corn stars. Yeah, I think we'll let that dry for a second. While that dries, anywhere else that can be painted in the red? I think maybe this section will do red, and then we'll do the we'll accent it with the blues and gold. You like Necrons, but the new Battle Force is gay. The thing is, I nearly bought the new Battle Force because the models in it look really cool. It just happens that the models are useless for the tabletop. But they look awesome. Maybe a heretic, but you'll never turn to chaos. Better to be an outcast than to get bought on by whatever Nurgle farts out. Look, but if you turn to chaos, then when Nurgle farts out some putrid shit, like, you won't care. Like, sure, that's like the most foul thing you've ever smelled, but it doesn't matter. It's fine. What does it mean to you? Like, are you gonna die? Probably not. Maybe, but if you do, I mean, like, it is what it is. No? I have a terrible joke. What's an orc's favorite snack? Here we go. What is it? The Void Dragon is good, though. Yeah, the Void Dragon is so good. Why are those minis worthless for the tabletop? Well, so I was told that the guys with the spears are really, really bad. I was going to buy it, because the guys with the spears look really cool, but I was told that they are very bad. 30, like, very bad for point value. 30 warriors and Void Dragon isn't cool. No, but the dudes are really cool looking. They're not Necron warriors. They're Praetorians. They're so good. Like, they look sick as hell. Lit Praetorians are wank, yes. Fucking love British people. Because I've got English friends. They also, well, one of them, two of them in particular, also use wank as a pejorative. It's so funny. Should paint every Catan. I would like to, but the Deceiver looks hideous, and the Nightbringer's pretty mid. Like, the only good Catan models at the moment are the Void Dragon and the Silent King's Chair. Looking cool and being cool, not always the same thing. I mean, in my books, if they look cool, they are cool. The Transcendent is cool. Which one's the Transcendent? Is that not the Silent King's Chair? Is that a different one again? Void Dragon's the coolest. Yeah, the Void Dragon is very cool. Like, that model goes hard. Not sure if the punchline got missed, but an orc's favorite snack are crumpets. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, I did miss that. That's quite good. That is, well, actually, no, that is not quite good. That is quite terrible. It's the green one from the obelisk. Right. Don't get it? It's because orcs like to crump people, JJ. As in, they beat the shit out of them. Yeah, but I'm not exactly fashioning my public image as a solid path to follow. I'm one broken condom away from becoming you. Holy shit. Man. Not pulling any punches with that. Bars lore reveal. New Aaron lore dropped. Yeah, I reckon we'll probably do this 50-50 red-blue on this as well, but we'll do blue on the smaller side. If you like a rip-off of the Nightbringers, or if you rip off the bottom drawer of the Nightbringer, it looks better. Yeah, I think I'm probably just gonna wait till the Nightbringer gets a Redux, or Nightbringer gets a Redux, and then do him then. Either that or just get a proxy for him. The other night, Aaron was talking about being happily married, and now he's talking about broken condoms. They're not mutually exclusive. Like, as Bob Ross says, there's such a thing as happy little accidents. Gotta sit down and paint your greys someday. Yeah, I get your homebrew chapter rolling. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Like, that's, I've found that just, like, well, a lot of people have said that it's good just to sit down and paint with something in the background. So if that helps, then yeah, 100%. Sounds like a run done messed up. They will never redo the first two Catan ever. You can be happily married and unhappily parenting. True. I say true as though I have any experience with this. I have zero experience with this. I should buy 2k points worth of Tesseract Vaults. I don't think I need to buy 2k points of anything anymore. I think I need to let my wallet rest. It's looking emaciated. You intended to have your kids, but you cannot fathom the wonder and horror of fatherhood until you're in it. Fair enough. I could imagine that might be the case, yeah. Like, you think you're ready and then you're just not. It's just like, oh my god. Gotta buy 6 Catan to play against your friends for the first time. They'll love it. Well, I mean, I really like the idea of like showing up from a first game of 40k, and it's just an Imperial, a 2k point, 2k points of Imperial Knights, just all the big fuckers, and it's just like, just stomping through shit. That'd be so fun. Is anyone truly ever ready? I ready, I'm dad. Hi, dad. Yeah, I imagine it's like a lot of things. Like that's what I've heard everyone who I know who has had kids say is like, they've been like, yeah, you're never ready for it. Like, there's no such thing as being ready for it. Shouldn't there be emblems on the back of that? Shut up, you.
I'm not putting any emblems on that. You shut your goddamn mouth.
The before and after of my wallet looks like the Olsen twins. Who are the Olsen twins? This sounds like, I feel like this might be like a really fucked up joke that's just been made. Off topic, do you think there are better deals on Cyber Monday as opposed to Black Friday? What the fuck is Cyber Monday? You guys in the US just make up days to sell shit? Like, just excuses to sell more things? What's good, my guys? Hey, Liam. Just made you feel really old? Wait, what just made you feel really old? The Cyber Monday thing, or...? It's Black Friday, but for online shopping. Right. You have Cyber Monday over in the UK too? Right, okay. You don't get called dad, your kids are all sarcastic, so they call you father and papa. like this is a Victorian British household. I mean, I do that to my dad as well. I'll be, and I'll do it to my mum as well. I'll be like, hey, mama. Oh, that I don't know who the Olsen twins are. Right. Okay, yeah, I feel like I've heard the name. I don't know who they are. You're not lingering on the Olsen twins thing. You gotta pretend it's geographic and not age. The Olsen twins line's got some weight. He's right. It's hilarious. Who are the... Who are the Olsen twins? Okay, hang on. Now... I need to know now. Everyone's talking about them. They're like Michael Jackson. Olsen twins. Oh, they are looking quite ghoulish now. Australia isn't in on the Cyber Monday club. Yeah, I don't know what's with this Cyber Monday shit. It's just everyone in Australia just has like Black Friday sales on the on their online stores. Gotta say that woman copy pasted her daughters. I see. I've not looked at them, but I will take your word for it. Oh, do you mean the Olsen twins' mother? Well, I mean, that's kind of what happens with identical twins. Got into fashion and it was like 2 pod people failed to finish forming before they crawled out. What the fuck? That's so mean. Jesus. The twins look the same and so do all her other kids. Right, okay. You're thinking about getting the Silent King, but it's too hard to build and paint. 90% of the build is chairs. There's a lot of chairs. He's on a chair. He's on a chair with chairs with chairs. It's so accurate. Just because it's true doesn't mean it's not mean. Like, come on. Like, that should fucking die. He's not wrong, though. If someone said that about me, like, I'm ending it. Like, I'm done. Like, if I got called a pod person who failed to finish forming, I'm ending it all. Given this new information you provided, the Necrons will henceforth be referred to as the Chair Force. Well, I mean, they do have that one Chair Force vehicle, don't they? The flying vehicle that's just a shitload of chairs for other Necrons to sit in. The troop transport. Elizabeth Olsen is the sister. You can see the family resemblance, especially if the twins put on some weight. I will take your word for it. The Chair Force is crazy. Yeah, no, like the Necrons have like a flying troop transport, which is just a shitload of like hooks for the Necrons to sit on. The Ghost Ark, yeah, that's the one. I'm pretty sure that's the one. That's the Chair Force vehicle. Have to know Elizabeth Olsen, the Scarlet Witch. Okay. Yeah, okay, if she's Scarlet... Okay, I do know who she is, yes. You'd love to build your idea for your Orc army, but it's going to be stupidly expensive. What is it going to be? Just like 1,000 boys? All Gretchens. Are Gretchens even a model or no? Only Storm Boys. You can buy a guy that looks after 10 Gretchens really cheap as well. Interesting. Tyranid army will be 500 Ripper Swarms. You just show up with the box of thingies. This Chair Force just a bunch of crippled Necrons. It's only Silent Kings. No, it's the Silent King and only destroyers. All made to look like Joe Swanson, of course. Why specifically Joe Swanson? Oh, these are the these are the Ripper Swarms. Why Joe Swanson, though? Oops, only Silent Kings. Think the Emperor and the Chair Force would get along? They're also vegetable men? No, because there can only be one Chair Force. And the Emperor is not going to let anyone try to encroach on his identity. So they can all shout,
Hey, Peter.
I see. You've been scrolling through your YouTube homepage and there's a recommendation of a vid title called Hawk Tour 16 years ago. It's just a video of a bird minding its own business. Just a rolling chorus of,
Hey, Peter.
it's definitely getting louder from the depths of space. Hive Fleet Warburton. Some poor bastard's like, I'm not Peter, just kill me or stop calling me that. Yeah, like getting swarmed by thousands of Joe Swansons. Death by 1,000 Peters. Hello everybody, hey Theodore. Kill me or release me, parasite, but do not waste my time with talk. You're talking about the chair force being a bunch of Joe Swansons, but now you can't laughing at the Swanson swarms. Oh, yeah, I thought you were talking about the Ripper Swarm Swansons. That's why I was confused. Yeah, the chair force would make sense if they were all Joe Swanson because they're cripples. But yeah, I don't know how. I thought we were talking about the Ripper Swarms all being Joe Swanson. They just pile on top of you, rolling up onto one another like a freeway pile up. Like in World War Z when they're like trying it when they're going over the walls and it's just the massive power or the massive tower of people. Chair Force versus Space Marines. It's just Necrons running over Space Marines on bladed wheelchairs and then Space Marines kicking the Necrons off their chairs and cutting them down. What have you done? Yeah. So this is like this is like the wholesome version of the chat conversation derailment. We had the really weird version yesterday. This is the nice funny version of conversation derailment. Hey, we're almost there. I reckon one more coat of red onto these. I'll just let them dry for a little bit. We don't talk about yesterday. We don't talk about yesterday. Okay, let's do a last coat of red on the front here. It's like a swarm of cicadas all screaming, "Hey, Peter!" in the same way that a bunch of kids will go, "Hey, Dad!" over and over until they get your attention. I haven't had to deal with that second or first situation for that matter. And I hope I won't have to. First the Pimp Knight, now the Swans, the Swanson Swarms. You need to start giving me ideas. What mini is the gun for and how much was it? I bought, so the mini, it's for my Knight Questoris. I don't remember how much it went for. I think it was, because I got it a while ago. I think I got it for around 180, 190 Australian dollars. Something in that range, I'm pretty sure. Gained £5 since he started buying Warhammer, and you're not sure if it's because winter or because he started buying Warhammer. He's just, you started buying Warhammer and immediately began your transformation into a fat nerd. Just getting a massive feathered hat and trench coat to put on an Imperial Knight would be hilarious. That would be quite good. I don't know if you guys, have you guys seen the like the meme of the Japanese Knight, where it's the Japanese Imperial Knight, where it's the welcome to the Night Cafe? Where it's like the it's like an Imperial Knight in like a frilly pink dress, and it like has like the really loud like, and then it goes like, "Okaeri nasaimasu, goshujin-sama. Welcome to the Night Cafe," and then it like sounds a really fucking loud foghorn. It's quite a good one. A nice stainless steel cane to go with them. Just the absolute gentleman of a knight. I mean, the pimp knight could have the pimp hand in like on one hand and then a cane in the other. Now I need 2 more knights, a couple of armages, and I have an army. Theodore, you missed the part where I have 2,000 points worth of knights available now. I've got the Questoris, and then I will have a second Questoris, 4 armages, an Acheron, and a Lancer. Should do an army of cat-made orcs. That would be hideous. Please don't. Welcome to the Night Cafe. It's really good, Soda. It's really good. Now when I get 500, I can get a Warhound Titan. I'm not getting a Warhound Titan. I got the Christmas box. You didn't see. I did get the Christmas box. It was a bad decision. It was a terrible financial decision. And I have to live with my actions. But what if they believe that they are kawaii des? Then, well, then would that make them kawaii des? Because through the power of the wa, they would become kawaii des, no? Now I need to build the maid cafe night. I hit 500, bro. Yeah, I did, Chaos. You missed it earlier. I was very upset because it was like, someone mentioned, oh, we're at 498. And then I was like, oh, fuck. I need to we're definitely not finishing this night before 500 then. And then there were 2 rats in chat who are like, well, I will be 499 and I 500. And then, yeah, it's awesome though. I think, yeah, I think you just made yourself cringe so hard at your scoliosis cult was. Don't have Gork and anime on this side. So I didn't finish it before 500. I did not finish before 500 Chaos, no. I am a failure. As always, I am running behind schedule. What are the odds? Staring at the orc maid battle line. But do you or do you not feel bonita? You came here just to tell me that. Yeah. It's yeah, I'm surprised. I genuinely thought that it would take me at least like 2 more streams to hit 500, but it came out of nowhere. Punishment, get Norn Emissary. My wallet is crying, Theodore. I am not getting a Norn Emissary as punishment. The punishment is that I now have to start building Magnus at the same time as I'm working on my 300 sub goal. Do you remember how you mentioned that Christmas Skaven army might be a lot closer than you thought? Yeah? Did you get a bunch of Skaven, or did you find a bunch of tiny Christmas hats? Get a Tyrannovex. I've got too many minis. I've got too many. You're 501. Thank you. Yeah, I've got too many minis to that I haven't painted as is. I've still got most of. Wait, hang on. What comes in the Leviathan box? What is the really big bastard in the Leviathan box? Is it not a Tyrannovex in there? Because if that's the case, then I would be then I would already have one, no? You might be getting this Skaven Tide box for Christmas. Nice. I'm 501. What is this little petty argument? This squabble? The Screamer Killer? No, isn't there like a big long bastard? Like on 4 legs? Or maybe it's on 6 legs. The Psycho... Oh, okay, it's a Psychophage. Yeah, I'm thinking of the Psychophage, not the, Yeah. The day someone says they don't have enough knights is the day they're up against a horde of Norn emissaries. Yeah, this last coat is what it needs to go smooth. It's quite nice. Smoothing it out now. Can you use the line with Ultramarines? I don't know how it works with playing Space Marines. I don't know if you're allowed to combine chapters. You remember you watched a stream of Custodies vs Knights and you joined in with, I'm here to watch a Golden Knight kill a 2-bedroom house with a broomstick, and lo and behold, the Custodies won. Yeah, I mean, in law, it is not a fair matchup. The Custodian is he's just a man with a stick who's gonna fuck you up. Holy shit, I just came the correcting to it. That's an unfortunate typo. In fact, that's one hell of a typo it is. It's so Jova. Yeah, representing Custodians in play is not reflective of the law. You would have spent 200 points to just to buy the office screw up. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of things that don't translate well from law to tabletop. Like, if the Necrons were being accurately represented on the table as well, then things would be deeply fucked up. Like, a lot of those special abilities from the Necron named units would just insta-wipe the board. Good win Baneblader and ATTE. Is the ATTE the walker that was used in the Clone Wars? Like the smaller one, the one that's smaller than the AT-AT? Because I would imagine that a Baneblade would win, no? I'm not all that knowledgeable on the power scaling, though. How many Ripper Swarms for one Custody? I don't know the exact number, but I'm pretty sure that Hive Fleet Swanson could take him. I'm pretty sure Hive Fleet Swanson could do it. Fleet Swanson's got you dying. Hey. Paint every Emperor's Children model as Quagmire. No, wouldn't you paint every Emperor's Children model? It'd either be Quagmire or who's the old man who's like, "Oh, Chris, come here, Chris." That guy. Mukbang stream when? Eat my models? What the fuck? Mukbang is vile. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Herbert, that's it. Dr. Disrespect. True. ATT was used in the Clone Wars. Legends say they level mountains. They've been shown to tank 1 to 2 turbo heavy laser hits. I see. You are Herbert. That's not something that you want to be proud of. You're gonna make a joke, but you're pretty sure the internet gods would smite you for it. I'm concerned. Now for this melter, hang on. I'm gonna quickly go and grab my, grab the Dark Angels so that I can figure out how I'd done the barrel for them. Okay. Because I imagine what I want to do is pretty much just a scaled up version of this with the barrel. So it's like, from the back we go blue, purple, black. We start by painting it all blue, then we glaze purple over it, and then we glaze black over that. And I could potentially go red right at the end for heat. Like maybe I could go blue, purple, black, orange, red. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so we'll do the barrel. And so this is the blue that we've used for the paint job, but we're not going to keep it for, it's not going to be kept for paint, and we're going to glaze over it so that it hopefully won't look the same. The goal here is just to make it look heated. You question who wins, General Grievous or Custodian? I mean, surely a Custodian would just fuck him up. Seeing as General Grievous was matched by a Jedi who is just a flesh and blood human in terms of physicality. You gotta wind down for the night. Great hanging with you folks. Yeah, cool. Thanks for hopping by, Thunderspear. I'll catch you later, mate. Have a good night. Ultramarines are painted in a blue that's too dark, so it looks grey. How dark a blue did you use? Hey Kenny, how you going? You see, he says that you envy my spending, Aaron. Look, my spending is not something to be envied by anybody. It is a problem. You envy being ballsy enough to splash all that cash on new models and not second-hand ones. Look, I'm just lazy. That's the main thing. It's not so much being ballsy. I'm just lazy. I can't be bothered finding second-hand models. Good dude, you're drinking and chilling? Nice. It's your room's lighting and the paint, but it's like a dark navy blue. Yeah, lighting can really mess with how you, like, how the models look. Got any tips on making metal look old and unkept? If you have it over, so have a brown undercoat. So if you're going to be doing it in silver, if you go over brown and don't have it be a perfect finish, so don't do like 3 or 4 coats to make it look really clean and perfect. That way you can, like you'll see some of the brown showing through in the patchiness. That makes it look old and kind of rusted. And then you can just use like washes like Nuln Oil and that sort of thing. That's probably what I would do. Maid Knight at 15k. How is the Maid Knight going behind the Titan in the goals? Surely the Maid Knight would be something that'd be more anticipated than a Imperial Titan. Like, come on. Pretty sure I don't want my 100k milestone to be a maiden knight. Oh, no, yeah, but surely, surely this would be something that'd be, like, sooner. We want to see this as soon as possible. I think 100k milestone, if I ever get to the point where I'm, like, actually growing at that sort of rate, 100k milestone maiden knight would be awesome, though. Like, if I were growing quickly, I'd make the milestone. Yeah, I'd make the milestone a maiden knight for the 100k. That'd be fucking awesome. 100k can be 100 Bio Titans. Maybe not. A 100 Catan shards of the Deceiver. That's just torture. Just 100k milestone. Let's paint 100 of my least favorite model in Warhammer. What? Thanks for getting me here, guys. Watch as I kill myself live on stream, painting 100 Catan shards of the Deceiver. Have any interest in painting D&D miniature or terrains? Not really. Yeah, it's not really on my radar. I haven't played D&D in a while, and specifically for like D&D branded stuff, I'm not that interested in I don't really want to buy anything from Wizards of the Coast anymore. They have fumbled the ball too many times to deserve my money. 100k, 100,000 gods. What the fuck? I paint one gaunt for every subscriber. $100k, 100,000 Ripper Swarms, all different colors, all different shades, even the ones on the same base, and the only one in the entire horde that looks like Waldo. And the rest are all Joe Swanson. That is Hive Fleet Swanson. Or would it be Hive Fleet Wally? 100,000 destroying miniatures? That's a torture stream. No. I'm not gonna... What? What's the strongest Space Marines? If we're talking about Space Marines specifically, it's probably Grey Knights, I would imagine. If Matt Ward is writing, yes, true. Otherwise, Space Sharks, surely Space Sharks. Tiberos. Man Mountain. Where do I get 3D printed wheelchairs? Oh, are we putting Hive Fleet Swanson? Are all of the Rippers being put in tiny wheelchairs? That would be fucking awesome. I feel like that's even better than an army of Skaven wearing Christmas hats. is an army of Ripper swarms, and each Ripper has a tiny wheelchair. 100k boof metal old hammer marines. What the fuck? Also, you don't care what the law says. Grey Knights do not come from the Emperor. Stupid as shit for real. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Grey Knights just because they seem like they're too good. 100k sub, 100k savings. Yes, Jesus, yes! Actual goals. $100k subs, I get a mortgage on a house. The Space Marine faction that could kill the other factions the goodest. In that case, it would be Dark Angels, no? Because they have the Exindio. Am I going to drill the holes in that recoil compensator? I am not going to drill holes through it. Also, is that what this is? It's a compensator. You see, I don't know shit about guns, so I just assumed that this was like, it was like a vent or something for excess heat. But I guess a compensator, in a way, it is a vent because it vents gases. Dark Angels or Black Templars? Yeah, like, because I would imagine Dark Angels purely because they have the Exindio Men of Iron. Space Wolves, probably? No, that's some bias right there. This is a Space Wolf, like, this is Space Wolf propaganda.
Get out of here. We don't want any Space Wolf propagandists in here. Only true blue, what would you, Dark Angels fans.
You don't think there's a real-world equivalent? The actual part with the holes is a barrel shroud, though. It shields the user from being burnt by the barrel while allowing it to cool. Yeah. You hate Space Wolves, but they have teeth. They win because they have teeth. Okay. Hey, this bit is going to be a pain to try to grade properly with the heat, but we'll see how we go. I'm not going to go too hard for a smooth finish on some of these bits, because I'm going to be glazing over with the other things, but we'll see how we go. Hey, this should be good for the blue. So now while we let that dry, we'll get our purple out and get ready to glaze that over. So if someone were to drill the two barrel holes in that, would it weaken the model to the point that it would split? Where would you drill the barrel? Oh, like drill the holes like actually down that barrel? Maybe? I don't think so, because it's glued along the edges there as well, so I think that'd be fine. But I'm not going to... I'm not gonna drill down there because I don't have like a hand drill or anything. But yeah, I'm sure that you would be able to drill that out. You've decided the next step of your night? Oh yeah? Some people are picky as hell about that on the standard models. I'm not going to be picking up my minis and like looking down the barrel, like, or like, I'm not going to like be playing with my friends at the table and then like before we start, I'm like, hang on, I just got to check this. You didn't drill out your barrel holes. Like, I'm not going to be like that. Wouldn't it be cool if there were emblems on the back of that? Oh, is that right, Soda? That's crazy. I don't think I'll be doing that, though. Thanks for the suggestion. shat yourself instantly. What? Imagine waking up to that voice in your room at night. Jesus. Okay, let's see. Let's start glazing the purple in from the end. I guess we'll pull from here towards the front. What did I major in university? I did an extended major in Japanese, although I haven't finished. I was doing it for a long time, and then because of COVID and stuff, there were a lot of issues with my degree, and so I'm currently deferring my degree. I'm not attending. I'm like third year basically. I'm nearly finished. If I were to go back and like study full time, I'd finish within a year. Gonna head to bed. One last question. Yoda versus Horus Heresy Girly Man. Yoda would lose to Horus Heresy Girly Man because Horus Heresy Girly Man has plot armor. Oh, you speak Japanese? Recite the Bible.
No, I don't think I will. Just to spite you, I will not recite the Bible.
Japanese, just speak English like any other schmuck. Why not just move to Japan? It would cost less. Because it's hard to get a reason to stay there long term. Like, I have considered it, because I did a year-long university exchange in Japan, which was kind of like me testing the waters to see how I'd feel about living there long term. And I was like, yeah, I think I could. But the issue is that I just like living in Australia because it's like near all of my friends and family. And also, you kind of need like a work visa or something to live in Japan long term. You either need to have like a work visa or like marry over there. Teaching English is one of the best ways to go there, but it has its own unique challenges. Oh yeah, of course. One of the issues is to do a lot of those Japanese teaching English things over there, you need to have a bachelor's degree of some kind as a bare minimum. And I've got a lot of issues with my degree that I'm doing, which make it hard for me to finish it. There's a bit of a roadblock there, so unless I start a fresh degree or pivot my degree and lose like half my credit that I've worked towards, I'm not really... That avenue isn't entirely open to me. Like, you end up in a backward farming village, you don't get to pick your assignment. Yeah, like, the JET program is something that I would be interested in doing. But it's just a matter of the avenue to get there isn't exactly open to me. without a lot of issues arising. You live like a hobbit in Japan? What, like just dig out a hole in the side of a hill? Just live off the radar? I'm sure you could. I don't know how long you'd be able to get away with it for. There's a whole bear situation there. Yeah, bears are fucked up. I don't know how we always end up back here, but large predators scare the shit out of me. Like, just like the idea that there's just an animal out there that will just attack and eat you. Like, that's fucked up. I don't know what else to say. The army can have you stationed in Japan. That's another way to get there. Yeah, I don't think I need to go into the military. I'm not super interested in going down that route. My brother is in the Air Force, but not really for me. Polar bears. Yeah, polar bears are like one of the only animals in the world that like actively hunt humans for food. Yeah, polar bears were on the other. Yeah, we said the exact same thing. Yeah, you're going to fight a grizzly, then take its hands to fight a tiger with, and make that tiger into a robe to wear against against your fight with a lion. You want to join the Air Force? Yeah, I've heard that apparently, at least in Australia, the benefits for being in the Air Force are quite good. So on that front, like there are lots of good things about being in the military, especially like with the Air Force, because they tend to invest quite a bit into training you. They will pay you well, but your contract is also generally for a while. But then after your contract ends, there's generally a lot of opportunities as a contractor, just like as a civilian contractor for training and that sort of thing. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to full on live my job, you know? Or at least if I do, I don't want it to be a job that is a risk to me. The chair force. While a predator is generally toxic and will kill you, polar bear liver is toxic after just one. Oh yeah, I have heard that the toxic polar bear Liver is just it's just unbelievably toxic. Yummers. Okay, I think we'll do one more glaze of the purple in from the end. And then we'll swap to Orvis Black. Go from about here. Ooh, that's a bit thick, I think. Get a bit of water. Yeah, that'll be better. Water or Lumium medium. I'm just thinning it down with water. Yeah, I'm just thinning it with water on my wet palette. As a beverage. Maybe we'll do one... Maybe one more coat is going a bit much. What do we look like over here? I think the black glaze really covers it a lot. Don't know. Let's move over to the black glaze now. Because what I'm thinking is I'll glaze it to black so that it goes to black around here. And then I glaze it out to red, orange, and then red on the tip there. Or maybe not red, but like orange and yellow towards the end there where it's warmer. Got some of the flow aid and matte mixing medium that you can supposedly use to turn any paint into a contrast. You're curious if it'd work? That'd be interesting. Actually, man, I'm thinking I might actually call the stream here for the day, just because we've gone for just under 4 hours now. And we've made some decent progress. We finished this arm. And we got to start on the second arm. And because there's something that I want to finish and put out for the 500 subs. And so I'm going to go and work on that for the rest of the day. Yeah, so I will probably call it here for the day. We will be streaming again tomorrow, same time. So I believe we're doing tomorrow and the day after. No, we're doing tomorrow and then Saturday, I think it is. So, yeah, I'm gonna call it here. Thanks for hopping by, guys. Yeah, it was great to see a lot of new faces in here, and yeah, I will see you all later.